Nicole Kidman is once again facing heartbreak, and those close to her say it feels painfully familiar. As she moves ahead with her divorce from Keith Urban, friends reveal the emotional toll has been heavy, almost like reliving her split from Tom Cruise more than 2 decades ago.
To be completely honest, I was running from my life at that time. I wasn't able to handle the reality of my life.
Despite the personal storm, Nicole has kept her head high. Just a couple of weeks ago, she appeared at the Nashville Film Festival, smiling for cameras and focusing on work, while staying silent about what's happening behind the scenes. But insiders say the calm exterior hides a lot of pain.
But I also don't like discussing exes and all of that.
According to a source who spoke to the Daily Mail, Keith looks as if he's out to try to publicly embarrass and hurt Nick. This is a total 180 from the Keith, I know. It seems like a switch has gone off in his head to awaken this vitriol he appears to have for her. Another friend added, "It's like she's reliving her split from Tom all over again, when she was shamed in front of the world."
Would you like Nicole to remarry?
Yes. I want Nicole to be happy. That's what I want.
Those who know Nicole say she truly wanted to save the marriage. She wanted to still be with Keith, but here we are, one insider shared. It has been a very sad and frustrating week. With a very heavy heart, she's going through all the emotions right now and realizing that it's actually over. The past has resurfaced in other ways too. As news of her split continues to make headlines, an old interview from 2001 has gone viral again. One that captured Nicole just months after her divorce from Tom Cruise. Back then, she appeared on The Late Show with David Letterman to promote her thriller, The Others. Letterman, never one to tiptoe around sensitive topics, went straight for it.
I heard you're getting divorced. How's that going?
Hey! What are you doing?
I don't know what to do.
Nicole tried to stay composed, laughing nervously before admitting the breakup had raised a lot of questions.
Yeah, and you know what you do when you get those questions? You
What
tell
do
them
you
to
say?
mind your own damn business. Mind your own damn business.
But then came the moment that fans still remember. Her perfectly timed, cheeky jab.
Well, I can wear heels now. Let's move on.
It was cheeky, but it also said a lot. At 5 feet 11 inches, Nicole has always been taller than both Cruise and Urban, and that little quip became one of her most iconic post-divorce moments. Over the years, Nicole has spoken about her marriage to Cruise with a mix of honesty and restraint. In 2020, she told the New York Times that rumors about their film Eyes Wide Shut causing tension weren't true at all. In fact, she said they were happily married through that, recalling how they'd go go-kart racing after filming some of the movie's most intense scenes.
You still require that he asks you out on dates, is that true?
Yeah.
Cruise, for his part, has also acknowledged their time together professionally. In a more recent interview, he mentioned that he suggested Nicole for her Eyes Wide Shut role because she was such a talented actress. Still, Nicole has reflected on how young she was when it all began, just 23 when she married Cruise. She once described that period as being in a bubble, saying, "We became very dependent on one another."
Tom really supported me, and I'm so grateful to him for that.
Hollywood can be a scary place, especially for young women. When Nicole met Tom Cruise, she didn't just see a man she could love, but a man that could protect her too. He had already established his fame as an actor and had made his mark as the charming action star and heartthrob to millions of fans all over the world. Nicole was still finding her footing as a celebrity. Handling her newfound fame when she had always been so incredibly shy was something she found overwhelming. It was during a viewing of the 1989 Australian film Dead Calm that Cruise first set eyes on Kidman. Like many of Nicole's fans, Tom was put under the spell of her beauty. He began putting things in motion, to meet her in person, to maybe cast her in a movie, and perhaps a little more. However, at that time, he was in the process of divorcing his first wife, Mimi Rogers. Finally, the pair met on the set of Days of Thunder in 1989, and in short, Kidman fell hard for her fellow cast member.
I remember being so nervous and seeing Tom Cruise drive up in a Porsche, I think it was, and he got out of the car and walked through, and I was like, and my jaw dropped.
He basically swept me off my feet. I fell madly, passionately in love. And as happens when you fall in love, my whole plan in terms of what I wanted for my life, I was like, forget it. This is it. Together, the duo starred as romantic opposites in the 1990s Days of Thunder, and once Cruise's divorce from Mimi went through, he married Nicole that very same year. I got married very young, but it definitely wasn't power for me. It was protection. I married for love, but being married to an extremely powerful man kept me from being sexually harassed. Sadly, while she saw Tom as a man who would protect her from the harsh reality of Hollywood, he was not able to protect her from heartbreak. Early on in their marriage, Nicole desperately wanted to become a mother and have a big family. I was desperate to have a baby with him. I didn't care if we were married, she admitted. The actress suffered from an ectopic pregnancy, which occurs when the fertilized egg has been implanted outside of the uterus and can't survive. If the pregnancy continues, it could damage nearby organs and cause life-threatening loss of blood. To make matters worse, the ectopic pregnancy was misreported by the press as a miscarriage. It was a painful experience for Nicole, and having something so personal printed all over the tabloids for the whole world to read felt violating. The couple decided to take parenthood into their own hands, and they quickly went on to adopt 2 children, a daughter Isabella Jane Cruz and a son, Connor Anthony. She was enjoying the bliss of motherhood, but it was followed by more bumps along the road. Nicole Kidman experienced another loss on her road towards building a family when she had a miscarriage. The loss of a miscarriage is not talked about enough. That's massive grief to certain women. There's an enormous amount of pain. She confessed when speaking about her experience. The very same year she suffered a miscarriage, Tom filed for divorce. Nicole was completely shocked, and she had no idea how to process the sudden news. She was already in such a fragile state from her miscarriage, and now she was going to have to mourn the loss of her marriage too. She said in a candid and rare interview about her marriage to Tom, "Our life together was perfect. It took me a very long time to heal. It was a shock to my system."
I loved Nick very much. There's no question.
Cruz has always been an outspoken believer in the religion, Scientology, which, by definition, is a religion that offers a precise path leading to a complete and certain understanding of one's true spiritual nature and one's relationship to the Supreme Being. At the start of their marriage, it seemed that Nicole took an interest in the religion. However, she allegedly did so because she felt pressured into playing the role of a good wife. Her interest only lasted about 2 years, and she proceeded to leave the religion after some rather strange incidents that occurred. Although it can't be confirmed, it's alleged that there were people spying on Nicole after she took a step back from the religion.
They had a spy in the house. In the relationship, Michael Dovan was the personal assistant to Tom Cruise, and he was feeding information back to head office about what Nicole was saying about Scientology, what was going on in the relationship.
She was also labeled as a suppressive person by Scientologists. This label means that the person in question is not a good influence on the Scientologist's life. Supposedly, the story goes, leaders in Scientology were so concerned that Kidman was pulling Cruise away from the religion, they began to conspire to end the marriage, something it had been rumored they had previously done with Cruise's first wife, Mimi Rogers.
Well, yeah, when I was at the celebrity church, he wasn't around. He wasn't on services, and I was told from them that it was because Nicole Kidman was an influence on him.
And not a good one.
And not a good one.
While Cruise had asked for shared custody of their adopted children, it seems that both Connor and Isabella had chosen to stay with their father, rather than stay with Nicole. They also chose to follow their father's footsteps when it came to religion too. Nicole has previously spoken out about her children's beliefs, saying, "They are adults. They are able to make their own decisions. They have made choices to be Scientologists, and as a mother, it's my job to love them." Nicole has always preferred to be tight-lipped about their relationship, explaining, "I don't want to take away from 11 years with that man that were really important. Really, for our kids, they were amidst a lot of love. It wasn't bad. And now we're amidst a more evolved love.